Let's talk about a different kind of war. Imagine a conflict fought not with soldiers and tanks on some dusty battlefield, but on global stock markets and through the most fragile, vital waterways on the planet. This isn't science fiction. This is the story of economic warfare. And it all starts with one big question. How can you actually fight a war and maybe even win it without ever firing a single shot? Well, the answer is found in one of the most powerful and quietest weapons of our time.
All right, let's get right into it. You know, we all see the headlines about military clashes, but behind the scenes, there's this silent struggle going on, a war of economic pressure that is literally reshaping the world as we speak.
And at the heart of it is this idea: economic warfare. It's basically using financial weapons, like sanctions, to do what armies used to do. When it comes to Iran, this has become a relentless, constant campaign. The goal? To squeeze its economy, stop its nuclear ambitions, and rein in its power in the region.
So, if you're going to wage an economic war, you have to have a target, right? A weak spot. And to find Iran's, you have to ask a simple question. What makes the country run?
And the answer, in a word, is oil. But for Iran, oil is so much more than just something to sell. It is the very lifeblood of the nation. It pays for everything: the government, public services, the military. If you can control their oil, you can essentially turn off the tap to their power. It's the perfect economic vulnerability. And look, the effect has been absolutely devastating. We're not talking about a little dip in profits here. This is like an economic vice, slowly, relentlessly tightening around the country's main source of cash. Every new sanction is another turn of that screw, designed to starve the regime of the money it needs. Okay, so this financial battle doesn't just happen on spreadsheets. It has a very real, very physical location, a geographic flashpoint. And it's here that this whole silent war could explode into a full-blown global crisis. Think about this number: 21 miles. That's it. At its narrowest, the most important energy artery on the entire planet is just 21 miles wide. It's an almost unbelievable number when you stop and think about what has to pass through that tiny sliver of water. And here's why that number should matter to all of us. About a fifth of the world's entire oil supply and a third of all its liquefied natural gas has to squeeze through that one tiny choke point. So you see, any problem here isn't just a local issue. It's an instant global economic heart attack. The shockwaves would be felt everywhere, immediately. But in this high-stakes game, Iran isn't without its own hand to play. When you're backed into a corner economically, you look for leverage, and Iran has one massive, powerful card up its sleeve. And there it is. The message from Tehran is brutally simple. If we can't sell our oil, then no one's oil is getting through here. It's their ultimate trump card. They're saying, if you cut our economic lifeline, we'll cut the world's. And just like that, the strait stops being just a waterway and becomes the most important square on the global chessboard. Make no mistake, this is not an empty threat. We've seen it happen time and again. Just the rumor of a closure, the slightest whiff of instability in the strait, and the global energy markets go haywire. Oil prices shoot through the roof. The ripple effects are very, very real. So all of this brings us to where we are right now, today, in the Persian Gulf. It's not a hot war, not yet anyway, but it's this incredibly tense, nerve-wracking standoff. A dangerous naval game where one wrong move, one miscalculation could ignite the whole region. And it really is a cat and mouse game, but with warships and drones. On one side, you have Iran using these swarm tactics, fast boats, drone harassment, basically poking the bear to show they can, without starting an all-out war. On the other side, you have a US-led coalition patrolling the waters, trying to keep those shipping lanes open. It's a constant, nail-biting back and forth.
So when you put it all together, the sanctions, the absolute reliance on oil, that tiny strait, and this dangerous naval chess match, what you get is a situation that's just incredibly fragile.
It's truly like watching someone walk a geopolitical tightrope. And the dilemma for Western powers is huge. You push too hard with the economic pressure, you risk tipping the balance and starting a shooting war that could tank the global economy. But if you back off, if you ease up on that pressure, you risk allowing Iran's ambitions to move forward completely unchecked. There are no easy answers. And that leaves us with one final, very unsettling thought. In this silent war of pressure and threats, of push and pull, we're left to wonder, how long can anyone walk a tightrope this thin before they eventually fall?
At Geotectonics, our mission is to uncover these profound tectonic shifts, offering clarity in a world of complexity. If this analysis deepened your understanding, please like this video to support our work, share it with others who seek real insight, and subscribe to Geotectonics to ensure you never miss our next deep dive. We'll continue to explore the crucial geopolitical movements that define our time. Thank you for joining us.